Chloe, drink this. Doc said if you can hang on a few more days, I'll find another way.
Sweetheart, don't be scared. Mommy's right here.
One tiny bottle, 100 grand. Dad let men break him in a cage just to bring it home.
Chloe, no! Do you have any idea what I let them do to me for that bottle?
I know. I don't want some gross back-alley medicine from a broke loser.
Chloe, how can you say that about your dad?
Other kids have dads with trucks and real houses. Mine fixes junk cars, smells like oil, and gets beat up like a dog.
You hate me because I'm poor?
I hate this stupid garage. I hate being sick and poor. I hate this family. Dad, I'm sorry. That bottle can't save me. It's just gonna get you killed. I have to make them hate me. If they hate me, Dad won't go back into that cage for a kid who's already dying.
Swing back, grease monkey. 100 grand miracle doesn't go to men who crawl.
Don't kill him. His little girl still needs dose too. Alive, he keeps paying. Dead, he's garbage.
I can't hit back. If they know I'm the Abyss King, Sarah and Chloe get dragged straight back into the dark.
Boss, he's just a mechanic.
No. Mechanics don't move like that. Look into his family. Start with the sick kid. Chloe Bennett. 3 days left, little Bennett.
Are you Death?
Some call me Mr. Graves. Some, the ferryman. You may call me what children call the dark when they're brave enough to whisper.
Can you take me now? I don't want it to hurt anymore.
Not before the hour. No soul crosses before its bell is rung. You poured it away on purpose.
Dad wasn't fixing cars last night. He was in that cage. He could have won. But if he really fought, they'd know who he was. So he just let them hit him.
You know what he used to be.
I found his title belt in an old trunk. It said Abyss King. But now he just wants to be my dad. If the gang finds out who Dad is, Mom and the babies die too.
Hate is a weak little spell, child. It cannot unmake love.
Maybe not, but it can keep Dad alive. They don't just want money. They want Dad back in that cage.
Some cages are not made of iron. Some are built from blood debt.
Dad thinks if he keeps his head down, we'll be safe. But people like that follow blood.
3 days. Are you certain you wish to spend them as the villain in your own little tale?
If it keeps them alive, they can hate me all the way to the end. Already.
Blood draws wolves faster than death draws ravens. Address confirmed. Bennett residence. Pregnant wife, sick little girl.
Sweetheart, just a little. The doctor said you need food in you.
I've got 2 break jobs today. By tonight, I'll get your pain meds refilled.
That's it? You can't even buy real breakfast, and you're having 2 more boybies?
Chloe, they're your baby brother and sister.
I don't want to be a big sister in a broke family. They'll just be like me, sleeping in a garage, breathing car stink.
Say sorry to your mother.
Am I wrong? Then don't have more babies when we can't even eat!
Sarah!
I'm sorry, Mom. The worse I hurt you, the harder it is to turn back.
You know your body won't keep it.
I need them to think I'm a selfish brat.
And each lie cuts you twice.
As long as Dad stays out of that cage, I don't care.
She's not like this, David. When she saw your bruises, her whole face broke.
I want to believe that. But every word out of her mouth cuts.
Sometimes a knife is used to cut someone free.
Stop making excuses for me. I hate this dump. I hate that you're both so useless.
Little girl, tell your dad the clock starts on dose 2 tonight.
My dad doesn't owe you anything.
We decide what he owes. And we know which clinic your mom uses for prenatal checkups.
We're still 30 grand short. One more fight tomorrow night and I can cover dose 2.
You promised me you'd never go back there.
For her, I'll break every promise I ever made.
Chloe, did you take your dad's money?
That money was for your treatment!
Treatment? Or another beating in that cage?
Where did you put it?
I spent it. Cupcakes, dresses, stuff normal kids get. You're useless anyway. You'd never get enough.
She used to hand candy back because she knew we were short. What happened to my little girl?
Mr. Victor says dose 2 is 120 grand now. You don't fight?
Stay away from my door.
Your door? We know which bed your little girl sleeps in.
They found our home. Every time Dad tries to save me, Mom gets closer to danger.
Don't be scared. Dad's here.
That's why they'll keep coming.
Chloe, I was supposed to give this to your parents.
They're sad enough already. Please, give it to me.
Pain is going to get worse. You shouldn't be handling this alone.
I have Mom and Dad. I just can't be more trouble for them.
Boss says the mechanic can take a hit. Put him through 2 more bouts. Victor thinks he's the Abyss King, the one who disappeared 5 years back.
If it's him, the Bennett family is a walking cash machine.
They're digging into Dad. They'll find Mom. They'll find the babies.
Now you see, truth has teeth sharper than hunger.
Then Dad has to hate me so bad he never steps into that cage for me again.
Chloe? Your father just asked if there's any out-of-pocket trial drug left to try.
He's like that. He thinks he can fix everything.
Sweetheart, people aren't cars.
Dad would take himself apart if he thought it would fix me.
So you will push him away before he can fall.
Far enough to stay safe.
The bone mutaceous is moving too fast. 48 hours, maybe less. They're still chasing that black market vial. That's not treatment, that's a scam.
A day has slipped from your pocket.
Then I have one less day to make Dad hate me. Dad, you're not useless. You're the strongest person I know.
My little princess, Daddy's fists are only for protecting you.
Dad's a hero.
That is his last crown, little one.
If I smash it, Dad will think there's nothing good left in me.
You will crack his heart clean open.
Better his heart than his life.
Remember, little princess, real strength isn't beating people down. It's knowing you can hurt them and choosing to protect instead.
Then am I protecting you or just hurting you? I can't leave proof. Dad can't know I couldn't let it go.
Chloe, Mommy knows you're awake. When you were sad, you used to knock 3 times on the wall.
Mom.
Sweetheart, what are you so hard to show us?
Who touched this?
Me.
Chloe, that was your father's most precious thing.
Precious? It's just a stupid belt from a cage where people beat each other bloody.
Do you know what that meant?
That you used to be good at punching people? So what? Now you're just a broke mechanic.
I never thought my own kid would cut me like that.
Well, now you know.
I bought this for you. You used to say you wanted to be a princess in a red dress. Just once.
Only babies like cheap junk like this. Dad, hate me more, then you won't follow me into death.
Stop making it make sense. If you do, I'll forgive her again.
A soft heart isn't a weakness.
At night, it's just the pregnant woman and the kid. Boss says don't spook the man yet.
I can't wait. Dad has to kick me out now. He has to believe I'm not worth saving.
David, she didn't spend it. She hid it. She wrote it was for the baby's formula.
I wrote it to mess with you. I wanted to see you freak out.
Enough! The medicine, the money, your baby brother and sister, my belt! What else, Chloe? What else are you trying to burn down?
This stupid family. And you're fake good, Chloe.
Let's go!
She's sick, David. Please don't do this.
If you hate this place so much, get out.
Fine. I didn't want to stay here anyway.
You may knock.
If I knock, Dad will let me back in. 1 hour left. Dad, don't open the door. Please don't love me right now.
She's freezing. Let her in. We can talk in the morning.
She has to learn there are lines. She can't keep tearing herself apart like this.
Then open the door and tell her. Don't lock your child out of your heart.
Don't come out. Daddy, please don't come out.
"12 hours.
He almost opened it.
And did you wish he would?
Yes. But if he did, love would have won, and I can't let it. Dad, Mom, if you're hearing this, it means I don't need medicine anymore, and it doesn't hurt anymore. I poured out the Vasil because the doctor said it couldn't save me. I hid the money because I wanted my baby brother and sister to have formula. I smashed the belt because I was scared you'd go back to the cage and Victor's men would figure out who you were.
When Daddy has money, I'll buy you a real princess dress.
This one is real. Everything Daddy buys is real.
Silly Dad. Other people see a mechanic in a busted garage. I see my hero, my warrior hero. I always will. Take care of Mom and my baby brother and sister. Don't let them hit you for me anymore.
A few minutes remain.
I want to hear "I'm your little princess" one more time.
He will come.
Not now. If he comes now, I'll tell him everything. I know I will. Dad, when you bring the soup, I won't hurt anymore.
Go in. Don't leave tonight for tomorrow.
I'm scared I'll say the wrong thing again.
Dad, if you're hearing this.
Chloe, I was too hard on you. Open the door, baby. Let's talk.
Little princess.
Sarah! 911! Call 911 now!
Chloe! Sweetheart!
No. She was yelling at me a minute ago. She's mad. That's all. My kid can't be dead.
David, she knew. She knew she couldn't be saved.
I acted mean because I wanted you to hate me. I thought if you hated me, it wouldn't hurt so much when I died.
I'm a monster! Ah! She was trying to save us, and I put her out in the rain!
Sweetheart, Mommy was right here. Why didn't I hear how bad you were hurting?
Dad, I saw Hammer beat you. I saw Victor's men checking our address behind the hospital. You're not useless. You just pretended to be small for us.
She knew all of it.
I poured out the Vassar, but not because I didn't want to live. I wanted to live so bad. I wanted to see my baby brother and sister, hear Mom sing, ride with you to the ocean. But that bottle couldn't save me. It would only drag all of you back into that cage.
Don't! She didn't do all this so you'd die too!
I left her in the rain to wait for death.
Mr. Bennett, I heard your daughter never got dose 2. Tragic.
How do you know she's dead?
Because the lights in that little garage went out, and my people never stopped watching.
Sir, EMS has to take her now. You need to let go.
She hates being cold. She can't ride in that ambulance alone.
David, let them take care of her, please.
Right up to the end, she was still drawing us a future.
I saw her last night. Sitting out there in the rain, I thought you'd open the door any second.
That door! I locked her out!
She held that dress all night. I begged her to come inside, but she wouldn't. She said Mommy and Daddy were already too tired.
Even at the end, she was scared she'd be trouble.
Did she say she was cold?
She said no. She said her daddy told her the god of war's little girl has to be brave. There's one more thing. She told me to give it to you after sunrise, but I was afraid it would destroy you. She was still trying to protect you, even then.
Baby, next time don't be so good. Make messes. Ask for too much. Spend every dollar. Let mommy hold you when you cry.
Daddy was wrong. Open your eyes and yell at me. Break my tools, break anything. Just come back.
He can't see me?
Once a soul steps onto my boat, the living look right through it.
I just want to tell him I'm not mad at him. But the more I forgive Daddy, the more he'll punish himself. If I'd told them earlier, would it have changed anything?
Perhaps a few more hugs. Perhaps a few more nights in the black cage.
Fate never signs clean receipts, little one.
I don't want them to be sad forever.
Everyone who has loved carries the same wound. We should have loved sooner. Daddy couldn't fix you, so take this. If anything breaks on the road, just tap it. Daddy will hear.
I just had some Daddy!
Mr. Bennett, there are people outside. They say the funeral balance hasn't been paid. They brought a whole crowd. We already put down the deposit.
They're not here for the bill. They said they came to watch the King of the Abyss cry.
David Bennett. Heard your little girl didn't make it. Shame. That $100,000 miracle vial would have done more good in a dog bowl than down a sink.
Why are you here?
To collect. 3 black cage fights. House cut, security cut, supply fee. The dead don't pay debts, the living do.
This is a child's funeral!
Since when does a grease man's kid get flowers? Chloe, I promised you I wouldn't bloody my hands again. They put their shoes on your flowers.
Costs less than $200 to cook up. But scared parents, they'll pay $100 grand for a prayer in a bottle. Your kid was sharp. She knew it was garbage.
What did you just say?
Miracles don't always save lives. Invoices always get paid.
That vial she dumped wasn't treatment. It was the leash you wrapped around my throat.
A leash? No, Mr. Bennett. You put your own neck in it.
If a father can't afford treatment, can at least buy a Himsum, right? Boss, you want me to drag him back to the cage?
Baby, close your eyes. Daddy's taking the trash out of your funeral.
Let go, trash!
Say you're sorry to her. That look. I've seen that look before.
He's not a mechanic!
"5 years ago, I walked out of the black cage so my wife and daughter could live clean.
You dragged me back, sold poison to my child, then came to laugh at her grave.
The King of the Abyss!
From now on, the black cage has no king. Just dead men waiting for a hole beside my daughter.
David, don't become them. Not in front of her.
I know. Tell your people, from today on, the Bennetts are not prey anymore. You think one man can take on the whole damn underworld? They asked me that 5 years ago. Then the black cage got on its knees and called me king.
Boss, is he really him?
Call everyone back to the warehouse! Guns! Dogs! Lock every door!
Boss, we found the old fight ledger.
Before the King of the Abyss retired, his last bout cleared the cage in 37 seconds.
Daddy, don't go! I did all this so you'd stay away from here!
He cannot hear you.
Then make him!
Rules do not carry messages for the living, no matter how heavy the regret.
Baby, this isn't revenge to make the pain stop. It's so they never touch Mom or your baby brother and sister.
He walked in alone! Where's Victor?
Is that David Bennett? I thought he was dead.
Lock the doors! Don't let him through!
Who sold Victor my daughter's medical records?
I don't know. We just moved data. Hospital charts, debt files, home addresses, it's business.
So they were watching us the whole time.
Who sold you Chloe's diagnosis first? Codename Lily White. Someone inside the county hospital network. We never saw a face.
They knew I was sick before Daddy did?
Last time, you just ate punches. For that little vial, you crawled on the floor like a dog. Because my daughter hated seeing me hurt people. She's dead.
Daddy, stop! That's enough!
I won't become them for you, but he will never lay a hand on this family again. Every drop of blood in here made somebody rich. You think you're clean? You're the king that crawled out of this pit.
That's exactly why I know how to burn it down.
Can we really go?
Go home. Don't let anyone use the people you love as a leash. You let them walk. You ask me? You fought for the money that was supposed to cover my daughter's treatment.
All I remember is you on your knees, choking on blood.
Then tonight, you're gonna remember this.
Your daughter was terminal anyway. I just sold you hope.
You sold desperation.
I didn't make her pour it out. She died because you threw her into the rain.
He's right. The first man who should pay is me. Say you're sorry to her.
I'm sorry! I shouldn't have sold the fake treatment! I shouldn't have dug into your family!
Not to me. To the little girl protecting everyone in the rain.
You watched her sit in the rain. It was surveillance, standard target protocol. I never touched her.
You did. With $100,000 of fake hope. With my blood. With cameras pointed at her mother's belly.
Kill me and the cops you forever.
I'm not killing you.
I'm keeping you breathing until you give me every name tied to every sick kid.
You think this ends with me? Your daughter's death has a whole supply chain behind it.
Then I tear it apart, link by link.
Daddy, Mom's still home!
David! Don't take another step!
I can't punish the real killer because part of the killer is me.
If you jump, the family she fought so hard to save goes with you.
Daddy, you're not done fighting. Mommy and the baby still need you.
Daddy! I didn't do all this so you'd follow me!
When the living choose the fall, the dead may claw at their sleeves and still catch only mist.
Look at me, David. What Chloe left wasn't a goodbye note. It was her trusting us to keep going.
If I stay alive, I'll hear her every day, in the rain, calling me, saying she's cold.
Then leave a light on for her every day. Don't jump into the water and make her death mean nothing.
Once you turn back, my boat will not wait at the shore. I only wanted to see her once more.
Then live. The dead do not collect farewells. They carry longing like coins under the tongue.
Daddy, go home. Mommy's scared.
Chloe, Daddy's coming to bring you home!
The living do not cross my river.
Take me instead. Take my life for hers. Please.
Daddy, don't come over!
You wanted me to hate you? I can't. I only hate myself.
Hating yourself does not unmake death.
Just once! Let me tell her Daddy knows now!
Daddy, I really don't blame you.
Take my life! My hands! Every belt I ever won! Take all of it!
Death accepts no ransom, Mr. Bennett.
Then what does it take?
Time. Hers has been spent. Yours has not.
Daddy, if you leave too, what happens to Mommy? What happens to my baby brother and sister?
I don't know how to be a father without you!
Then learn. Like when you taught me to ride my bike. If you fall, you get back up.
I'll learn. Anything you want. If I have to start over, I will.
Remember this, Mr. Bennett. Obsession can make ghosts out of the living as surely as death cans.
Daddy, promise you won't turn my room into a grave?
I was wrong. I shouldn't have yelled. I shouldn't have locked that door. I shouldn't have left you in the rain. Come back, and Daddy will listen to everything you say.
Daddy, you already listened. You didn't let the bad men take Mom or the babies.
But you're gone.
I'll still be here, just different.
Her boat is pushing off.
Stop using my name to hurt yourself. Living is the promise you made me.
Did you dream of her?
She said she'd still be here, just different.
Then we love her differently, too.
I used to think protecting someone meant standing in front of them. Now I know. Sometimes it means not making them scared for you.
Starting today, we live like she can see us.
Daddy, don't turn off the light.
Did you press it?
No.
My OB said one more shot could put me back in the ER. The twins need you too.
I know.
You keep saying that, but you're not here.
still standing in that night.
She cracked this thing with her tiny hands. Those same hands saved all of us.
We have to keep living. Not because it stops hurting, because she spent her last 3 days trying to give us a reason to.
What if one day I stop crying? And that means I'm forgetting her.
It won't. It means you'll be holding her in your heart, not pinning her under your grief.
David, you don't have to open today.
Bills don't take bereavement, believe. And the babies are coming. Chloe would call me a bum if I just sat here.
She'd tell you to eat breakfast first.
She used to dump her crusts on my plate and said the champ needed fuel.
Then start there. One bite. Listen to her. This is from her bracelet. The little bead bracelet she wore to pieces.
Didn't we put that bracelet in with her?
Twins look good today, but Sarah needs bed rest and calm. No more trauma, no more emergencies.
Chloe said we had to save up for formula.
She would have bossed them around so hard.
Baby brother, baby sister, if you find this bear, hug Mom and Dad for me, okay?
I'm scared the first thing they learn about their sister is that she's gone.
Then we tell them the rest first. How much she loved them. She didn't steal because she was bad. She was trying to buy their formula. She didn't say awful things because she hated us.
She was terrified those men would take her daddy.
Are they gonna think we failed her?
Yes. And when they're old enough, we'll tell them we did. Love isn't making ourselves look innocent. Love is giving them the whole truth. The window's shut.
This drawing, I've never seen it before.
Mr. Bennett, you vanished from the fight scene. Why speak up now?
I walked away from my family. I came back for them too.
People are calling you a hero.
I'm not. The hero was 8 years old. She protected us while everybody thought she was the problem.
Chloe, if you can hear me, Mommy needs you to know. We're finally brave enough to tell people who you really were.
Thank you for handing the ledger to the DA. Now I know my boy didn't choose that death.
My little girl saved us first.
Will you ever go back to fighting?
No. These hands fix cars now. Hold kids. Plant flowers. That's all they're for.
Chloe, did you hear him? Daddy's not going back in that cage.
Mr. Bennett, our station received an anonymous clip from the old cage site. The file name says Chloe.
That's impossible.
The timestamp is last night.
Chloe?
If it's a boy and a girl, Evan and Lily. Are you good with that?
Chloe would have loved those names.
Don't say would have. She loves them. Right now.
She used to say her baby sister had to wear red dresses and her baby brother had to learn engines. No cage fighting. Not ever.
Then we listen to Big Sister.
Listen to Big Sister. Dad, stop crying in the garage where nobody can see you.
Why did you paint a cat?
I don't know. My hand just did it.
When Chloe was little, she begged for a cat every Christmas.
I told her the garage was a junkyard Said we'd get one when we had a real house.
Then we owe her a cat.
No. She owes us one more chance to come back and raise hell.
Is that a cat?
The sun hits this spot. You were always so scared of being cold.
Baby, if you can, come home once in a while. Just let us feel you.
Who's there?
She heard the invitation.
I don't know where she went. I only know I still listen for her shoes at the door.
If she heard us, does she know I regret it every single day?
She knows. But a child is not a coffin for her father's guilt.
Who are you?
A passerby who kept pace with her for a few dark steps.
Where is she?
Where children go when love is too stubborn to die.
Is she close? Is she still here?
A guardian is not a resurrection. Do not make a leash out of every whisper.
What if she needs me?
The flowers will bloom. Not so you can break the stems and carry them home.
Mr. Bennett? Congratulations, you've got a boy and a girl.
Chloe, you're a big sister now.
I know, Dad. Hold them right. Don't carry them like engine parts.
She's watching them.
Always.
Sir, it's okay to breathe.
I held a little girl once. She said I held her like a spare tire.
She'd still say that.
Hear that? Your sister taught your old man this one.
There was a white cat outside the window a second ago. I tried to scare it off, but it just stared at me. What floor are we on? 5th. No clue how it got up here.
Little princesses, did you come meet your brother and sister?
Daddy, Bear says big sister likes white flowers.
Big sister likes you too.
Where's big sister?
Someplace we can't see. But close. Real close.
3 years. Time didn't take Chloe away. It just tucked the ache into the quiet spaces between our words.
Daddy, when I'm big, can I punch bad guys?
You can protect people, but you don't start liking the hurt.
Don't touch that, sweetie.
Does big sister punch bad guys?
Big sister makes sure bad guys don't get near us.
She was braver than every grown-up in that room.
Big sister?
Slow. Let her come to us.
Kitty! Snow Kitty! It has red on it!
Like a little red collar.
Where'd you come from? I knew it couldn't be true, but my heart said her name anyway.
Silly Dad. To everybody else, you're just the mechanic with the busted little garage. And we free want to play Wintilla Viden's little pram. Kitty found Big Sister's recorder.
Kitty knows her.
Angel.
Or snow. She looks like snow after the rain.
Big Sister can sleep here.
We've never shown that dress to anyone.
She's acting like their big sister.
Angel.
No, she's Snow. Angel Snow.
All right. Angel Snow.
That's too many names, Dad. But I like it.
David, I want to believe it's her too. But if that cat walks out one day, you can't die all over again.
I know.
No, you don't. The way you look at her, it's like you're trying to lock Chloe in this house again.
Chloe used to do this. Said she had to guard the door and keep the monsters out.
If you're really her, Daddy's sorry. If you're not, thank you for staying. I was scared of what it meant to believe. And I was scared of what it meant if I didn't.
Snow? What is it?
Who's out there?
Angel, get down. Knock it off.
Kitty stole the keys. Snow, come back.
She's never done this.
That look, it was Chloe all over again. 3 years ago, panicked, dumping out the pills.
Beach first, then the old oak on the way home.
She always wanted to see the ocean for real.
Where does Big Sister sit?
Right here.
David! She's not playing.
She ruined our trip!
No, listen to her.
Pier 13. Victor's old warehouse.
David, don't go near the SUV.
What is it?
I don't know. It feels like she's trying to stop us.
Sarah! Get the kids inside! No!
Daddy!
I'm here. I'm right here. Nobody moves. You're safe.
That was you, wasn't it, Chloe? You saved Daddy again.
Jesus! If you'd put those kids in that truck, don't. Please don't say it.
"3 years, and those snakes still won't let us breathe." I know. Daddy's not going back in a cage. Daddy's calling 911.
This wasn't a homemade firework. Remote detonator. Whoever hit it was close enough to watch your family climb in.
There's an engraving. For the king's bloodline.
If you'd left on your normal school run schedule, your family wouldn't have made it past the driveway.
She saved us.
I keep owing her more.
No. She didn't come back to put another bill in your hands. She came back so you'd live.
Silly Daddy. The god of war isn't supposed to cry that easy. Unless he really, really, really can't help it.
One minute later, and we'd be smoke.
Then don't turn her gift into another debt. Let it be mercy.
I'm always owing her. The chemo, the locked door, that storm, now this.
Chloe isn't keeping score. You are.
Okay, no more tally marks. Dinner first.
She wants out?
You're hurt. No midnight patrol. Flowers don't bloom in this cold.
If I hadn't been broke, if I hadn't shut that door, if I...
Then open this one.
Daddy thinks 3 more years with me would have saved me. But maybe for me, it only meant 3 more years of hurting.
The monster you hated most was not the sickness. It was the hour you learned you had arrived too late.
Daddy, this time, will you notice it hurts before I have to be mean?
Look carefully, Mr. Bennett. A second telling does not make the needle kinder.
Chemo may slow it down. It won't spare her the pain. That part will get worse.
If she's breathing, we keep fighting. That's all that matters.
Daddy, it hurts.
David, are we saving her? Or are we dragging her behind us because we can't let go?
Daddy, don't go.
Daddy wins this one. Then I'm right back.
So you found out early. Then what? 100 grand a vial, off-label, cash only. 1 shot every 3 days. How many pints of your blood buy her another week?
Daddy, I don't want your hurt to buy my time.
And I can't stand here and watch you suffer.
Daddy, if I wanted to sleep for a really, really long time, would you be mad?
No. Daddy will never be mad at you again. Never.
Then why won't you let me sleep?
Because if you go, I don't know if I deserve to stay.
I didn't go so you could die too. I went so everybody could keep living. Daddy, letting go doesn't mean you don't love me. It means you're not making me hurt just so you don't have to be sad. If I turned into a white kitty, I could run and it wouldn't hurt, and I could sneak back home.
Then Daddy will keep the door open for you. Every day.
You can't sit by the door every day. You have to take Mommy and the babies to the beach, fix cars, and eat real dinners. Not cold pizza standing up.
When I'm happy, it feels like I'm betraying you.
Daddy, if you're happy, then my bravely thing wasn't for nothing.
She hurt all night again.
I bought her 3 years. 3 years. Why is she still like this?
Daddy, it's not that you failed to save me. It's just, now you know being alive can hurt too.
You call her your guardian, yet with every regret, you tied another little bell around her soul.
I just wanted one more chance to be her father.
You are my daddy. You protected Mommy, you raised Evan and Lily, and you didn't let your fists turn mean.
Then you're still leaving?
Every kid leaves their daddy someday. Mine just happened in a way that hurt a lot. When she finishes the last thing, you have to promise you won't hold a leash anymore. She isn't bringing me back. She's only lending me a tiny bit of time so I can say the stuff I swallowed.
What's the last thing?
Make that tree bloom, so you know dead-looking things can still grow love.
When the blossoms open, the fairy touches the bank.
Can I walk her to it?
Only if your hand is no longer knotted in the rope.
Snow? Angel?
The path she borrowed is almost worn through.
No! She just saved us! She's hurt!
Then let rest be the kindness you do not steal from her.
David.
I know what you're about to say, but I can't stand here and do nothing. Not again.
This time, doing something may mean staying with her, not dragging her back.
Does Snow want to go outside and play? Don't go!
Some love only walks with us for part of the road, then it goes somewhere soft and quiet to rest.
Will we forget Snow?
No. We'll learn that missing someone isn't only crying. Sometimes it's saying thank you.
Is Snow wormy?
David.
Is my sister here?
Yes. She's always been here.
Chloe, Daddy still wants to beg you to stay, but if staying hurts you, I won't beg. Not this time.
Baby, go play. Stop babysitting us silly grown-ups.
I didn't shut the door this time. If you want to go, walk into the light.
Daddy finally learned how to open it.
Baby, Mommy loves you. Next time, let Mommy protect you first.
Not every goodbye is a theft,
Some goodbyes return the clock to the living.
I didn't shut the door this time.
So now I can go without being scared for you?
The ferry has arrived.
Daddy, where will the kitty go?
To find your sister. Maybe it was the little body she borrowed for a while.
Will sister still protect us?
She will. Not by blocking every storm, by teaching us how to stand in one.
Daddy loves you.
This time, I didn't run after her, because I finally understood love isn't dragging her back into the living world. Love is letting her leave in peace.
Daddy, should we still leave milk for sister tomorrow?
Leave a little cup of water for the white flowers.
Sister likes flowers. She doesn't like us crying.
She lets us cry. She just doesn't want crying to be the only thing we remember.
Good night, little princess.
You saw that too?
Tomorrow, we'll take her to the tree.
Daddy! The tree is blooming!
She loved white flowers. The ferry is leaving, little passenger.
Can I look back one more time?
Child, you have been looking back for 3 winters.
Then, one teeny last peek? Silly Daddy. The god of war isn't supposed to cry that easy. But today it's okay. These are happy tears.
I'll live well. I'll carry your part with me.
We all will.
I didn't disappear. As long as you remember love, I'll be waiting in the light.
Daddy finally fixed it. Took me long enough.
She'd say, better late than never.
She'd say Daddy's clumsy.
Daddy, look!
I know. You just changed where you bloom.
Go back home.